These are the Black Panther playing cards by Card Mafia, and it has some really cool secrets. The front of the tuck box is going to be the Black Panther mask, and you have these two eye spots right here that actually light up, and down at the bottom here in purple it says Black Panther. But to open it up, you're gonna have to take this spot right here underneath where it says playing cards, and it has the little symbol down here that has the Disney logo. But right behind it you'll see this little strip here. If you pull up on that one on that side, and the same thing is going to be on the other side as well, where next to where it says Avengers. If you pull up on that and pull down where it says Black Panther down here on the bottom, if you take that at the same time, pull up and down, that's how it opens up, and you get the Black Panther ears here, and then you also get the necklace from the Black Panther. And the other thing is that the eyes light up purple. This is what you get for the back of the tuck box. Absolutely gorgeous, tons of detail, and it is much thicker than a normal tuck box as well. The top of the tuck box just says Black Panther, and I got edition 948 of 1500. Now at this point you might be asking yourself, where are the playing cards? Now if you open it up the same way and then take it here, there's a little bit of a flap underneath where it says Black Panther. You can actually open that up and out come cards. But if you want to do it even in a better way, so the cards don't want to go flying everywhere, you can actually just pull it all the way out, and then you have the entire deck there. And without the playing cards in it, this is what it's going to look like if it's going to be open. And then to close it, you'll just literally push it back in, just like that, and then you're all good to go. Now this is the paper version. The PVC paper version is going to be a slightly different back design. It's going to have a little bit of more white on it. I personally like this edition better. Now granted, I didn't get to choose between the two. This was sent to me by the Card Mafia, and if you want to check them out for yourself, you can check it out in the description below. Here is this gorgeous back design. It's unbelievably intricate. Absolutely gorgeous. All of your number cards are going to be completely customized. All of it is going to be done on a black cardstock, which I will warn you about in a little bit on why that can be a little bit of a detriment, but for this deck I do think it makes sense. All of your numbers, your indices, your pips, everything is going to be customized, whether it be the actual shape of it or like honestly just about everything, excluding the actual placement of the pips on the card. So those are your spades. This is what your diamonds look like all the way through. Then you have your clubs that look like this, and last but not least, your hearts look like this. Next you have your three aces. Each of them say Avengers and Black Panther. Personally I like the white ones a bit more. They do have a bit more contrast, but still super cool. Next onto the court cards, which is probably one of my favorite parts of this entire deck, where each one of them is going to be a different one of the Avengers. So for the Jack of Spades you get Hawkeye, Queen of Spades you get Shuri, King of Spades you get Doctor Strange, and every single one of them from Iron Man, Wasp, Thor, Black Panther, of course, for the King of Clubs, which I thought was interesting that that's the one they decided to choose for Black Panther. You get Okoye, the Hulk, and you get Captain America, Black Widow, and last but not least, Spider-Man. I think that is super cool that each one of them gets their own card. Then you get semi-duplicate Jokers. I say semi-duplicate because the first one is just a standard Black Panther. The other one is when he gets hit with all that kinetic energy and turns purple, and I think that's a super cool way of doing that. And at least for the playing cards, last but not least, your Black Panther playing cards, Ace of Spades. Now earlier I did talk about the fact that this black card stock could be a little bit dangerous for those of us who actually use the cards instead of just using them for collecting. And the Faro shuffle is a great example, and I was going to do it next anyways, but it's a great example of what I mean by that. So if you Faro from bottom to top, Faro's beautifully at almost every other, and that was mostly just a user error. And then from top to bottom, we'll see how it fares as well. But the main issue with this black cardstock, once again, absolutely beautiful. I actually fared it well that time. Is the fact that every little thing, when you ding up the sides, whether it be just from doing cardistry or magic or dropping cards or whatever, every little thing is going to be unbelievably noticeable from this outside, and it'll make your quality of the playing cards drop drastically very fast. Then when it comes to the stock and the feel of these playing cards, it's definitely going to be on the thicker side, not by a ton, just by probably a few cards, but in comparison to a bicycle deck, it is a little bit thicker. And then when it comes to the feel of the playing cards, how it's actually going to feel in your hands, there's more buttery decks and more snappy decks. This deck leans toward buttery. So buttery decks are more used for things like under pressure or like a lapel spread or something. That would look like that. Super easy to do a move like that, or even a card spring. But snappy decks are more for things like backdrop or ATM. Clearly this deck is going to work for those moves. Absolutely no issue actually performing them, except for the fact that I just dropped them on my own. But these moves are definitely easy to do. I would have no reason not to perform any type of move with this deck. And if you are wanting to pick up these playing cards for yourself, make sure to check out the description below, right below the like button, and you can check them out for yourself. Now, the Black Panther playing cards is not the only deck that Card Mafia has put out. And one of my other favorites is the Gold Spider-Man playing cards by the Card Mafia that not only open up once, but twice. And if you're wanting to check out everything about these playing cards, then you can check out the link that's going to be popping up right here. And if you're wanting to pick up these for yourself, you can check out the link right here. Subscribe for more content, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. This is CPM, signing off.